DIT for executing their Common Services Center project, which is slated for 1 lakh Common Services Center. BSNL has already made enable more than 55,000 CSCs with broadband. We have already planned 28,000 broadband kiosks, which are nothing but broadband PCOs in the rural areas for those people who cannot afford broadband. This process has started recently. We have already provided more than 4,300 such kiosks, and it is picking up very fast. Coming up, we have the biggest MPLS network in the country, connecting 106 cities, but virtually we are able to connect all the cities in the country. Broadband, we are able to provide up to 24 Mbps, which no other operator is able to provide. We are the largest broadband operator in the country with more than 63% market share, with 7.8 million customers, and we have covered almost 100% district headquarters, 95% block headquarters, most of the cities, means 4,400 cities, and as I said, 1.7 lakh villages also. We have already started another project on FTTH, which we have started in Jaipur, in Chennai, and recently in Pondicherry. And we intend to extend this FTTH in around 135 cities in the country. We have third form of broadband called EVDO, which is based on CDMA technologies, which we have a huge coverage, as it is said. Similarly, 3G services. BSNL has now extended the 3G services in more than 950 cities in the country, which is the largest. The next nearest competitor is covering 130 cities only. WiMAX is another forum technology which only BSNL has taken up, and we have already installed around 7,800 BTS in the rural India to cover rural India with the broadband. And those places which are remote and unreachable, we are using satellite technology, DSPT, to reach and give broadband to those people, especially the defense personals are taking a lot of advantage of the DSPT technology out of this. Now, other projects which BSNL has taken up from Government of India for providing connectivity are well-publicized NKN project, National Knowledge Network project, and another forum of NKN project is NME ICT project. In NME ICT project, we are connecting all universities, which are around 400 in number, and around 28,000 colleges across the country. I'll come. Then SWAN is statewide area network, where we are connecting 2 Mbps to every district headquarter from every block headquarters. Then common services, which we have discussed. A new project which is now approved by government is called National Optical Fiber Network, where we intend to connect 100% village panchayat, which are 250,000 with at present, with optical fiber, with the aim of providing 100 Mbps per village panchayat connectivity. And connectivity to school, post offices and CGHS are subsidiary, and we keep on connecting whenever requirement comes. Now this, as I said, that universities we are giving a connectivity of 1 Gbps. Out of 400 universities, we have already connected 365 universities, so project is almost over. All universities are on high-speed connectivity. And in colleges, we are supposed to provide 20 broadband VPN connections, giving a total bandwidth of 10 Mbps per college. Already more than 12,000 colleges are already connected on this connectivity. So you can see that with the e-governance initiative by Government of India, the higher education institutes, colleges and universities are now almost connected. They can exchange data and they can do lot of value-added research which is absent in India with these particular connectivities. Statewide area networks are a program which is taken up by most of the state governments, and 25 such state governments have already taken up this project, and from this 8,400 circuits are already working, and BSNL is supporting with giving a huge discount of as far as more than 75%. Common services centers we have already discussed, NOFM, we have already discussed. Now coming to the data center infrastructure, BSNL is also, along with the state SWAN network, which is establishing the state-wide data centers. BSNL has also taken up a project to establish around 6 to 7. We have also listed out certain other projects which other state government have taken up their initiative, special initiative in e-governance, like Akshay, Gyandoot, Bhumi. Bhumi is very famous in Karnataka government in giving the land record, and Arogya Jal for Maharashtra for the giving the medical services through e-governance. Now, what are the special challenges which we government, state government or central government is facing in spreading the e-governance? Let us look into it. One is lack of integrated services. It is very difficult sometime to bring all the stakeholders together, synchronize their networks, provide the right kind of applications and content, and give to the ultimate customers. Lack of key persons, educations, and willingness of the people to come forward to undertake the e-governance project. Huge population, so huge amount of money is required to cover that population. And most important is different languages. In fact, we work with more than 20 languages and more than 2,000 dialects in the country. And at present, the applications and content developed on e-governance are mostly in English and Hindi. But slowly and slowly, other languages are also picking up, because unless an end user gets to know from the computer itself that what he is getting in paper is correct, then e-governance cannot be successful. That is what we have now covered up. The government of India is working on improving the governance through e-governance. Judicially and administrative reforms are next in the form to take up as an e-governance initiative, improving the delivery services to the end users, educational infrastructure as we discussed. Health infrastructure is, of course, we are talking, but is not taken up much. Re-engineering business processes, especially attracting the business people in the rural areas and taking them that the top end and bottom end both will be helpful and positive for them. Then NREGA, of course, it has already established, but the payment mechanism and the utility of NREGA, planning of NREGA is again being worked out with the help of e-governance projects. Food distribution, I think this is, the bill is expected to come in this particular parliament session, and driving licenses, etc. we have discussed already in the common services centers projects. Thank you very much.